We are live. Welcome, 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 you guys, to another episode of Topics After Dusk, our special edition, Faith It Friday. We are super duper excited to have Miss Karen on tonight. Uh-oh, Karen, are you moving?
Okay,
I think did she freeze?
I'm back,
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
but I'm having trouble with my volume because I can barely hear you guys now.
Oh no, we can hear
Oh, I can
you.
hear you good.
To me, on my end, your face is froze, but I can hear you
Yeah, your
wonderful.
face is frozen.
Hmm.
We gonna get it. So let me see up here. That's all right. That's all right. I hope you guys have had a great week. We are super excited to have Miss Karen on. We have just a little bit of technical difficulties, but it is all good. We just gonna roll with the punches, right? Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but yes, I've been missing coming on during the week, but we just cannot put it in. And I promise you,
We promise. We
the information, the knowledge, I mean, I can't describe it. I cannot describe it. So I want you guys to share this out. Share this out. I am going to share this out. We're going to try to get Karen back in. Her volume is good, but for some reason, her picture froze.
take us out and then try to bring us right back in, D, real quick. See if that'll help her.
Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to remove her from here. You know how we roll, y'all. We gonna make it do what it do, baby. All right. All right, it's just a blank screen. So Karen, if you can
Uh-huh.
hear us, leave the broadcast, and then come back in and we'll get you on.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you great. It's
Yes. All right, so we're gonna get this, y'all. So in the meantime, share this out, invite some people over. I'm
yes.
trying to go into my Facebook, but it's spinning over here for me, so whatever. So I can't even share it out. You know, the people told me to broadcast from my phone. So I'm broadcasting from my phone, and usually I share my stuff from my phone, but they say my picture is so much better on the phone. And I must agree that it is.
Okay, he said I must agree.
All right, so I'm going to take you off of Lida so we can get her
Okay.
in the hot seat. Hold on.
Okay. Yes.
Boom, honey. Play with us. Y'all, there was a live, I think, Karen, you might have been on that live. There was a live that we had, not now. That Alita couldn't hear a word that I was saying.
Yeah.
But we did the whole live.
Y'all worked it out.
It was crazy. It
That was
was crazy. But
banana.
we did it. So we've been through all kind of stuff with this technology, and we just, you know what?
Okay.
Roll with the punches. So let's hello Mama and Mama. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Dwayne's daughter.
All
She
right.
said,
What's up?
I hear you, just talk, don't be scared.
I know that's right. It's a
That's my
fan.
girl. We said we're gonna be on TBN together one day.
Okay, boom. All right. Mama said we see all the lovely ladies. We are good. Um, Karen got her them Chiefs on, so it's gonna be on this Sunday, honey. Yes, yes, yes. And it is I forget what the actual name of it is, but Heart Health um
Mm-hmm.
day. And so we wore our red to work today, so I have my red on. Um Momo is on. Yes. I'm so excited.
And Miss Mo.
And Miss Momo, honey. So
Yes.
we are about to step out of the way now that we got our technology going. But before we do, If you guys are interested in supporting this program and this mission, this ministry that we have going on, Faith It Friday, Freedom Growers, we invite you to share. If you want to donate, go to something, paypal.me/purpose to freedom, and then or Cash App $ Darlene Anthony to support the program, because we are here to help plant seeds and grow fruit for the mind, the body, and the pocketbook. And so we do this program, broadcast this, and give of ourselves. So if you want to donate and share with us to keep this mission going, we invite you to do so. All right, so we got all that out the way. I get fussed at when I don't share this link, so I'm being obedient.
That's right.
And sharing this link. So Karen, like I told you, you were first on our list.
Mm-hmm.
You were the first name on our list to do Faith It Friday. But we knew that it wasn't time yet.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't time yet.
Mm-hmm.
There were some things that you had to grow through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been rocking with us
Oh
from
yeah,
the beginning, rocking with us from the beginning.
season 1.
Okay, season 1, honey. And so there was just different things that happened, just a sequence of events that occurred, and it was like I said, she's ready. And I sent that message. I was like, I'm not gonna miss this moment, and I sent it, and boom, here we are. So
Yes.
Because you knew I couldn't say no at that moment.
right, not after what you said that day. I was like, oh, here's oh yeah, it's open, the door's
Oh,
open. And I said, Lida, Karen is gonna be in the room, honey.
the wrong.
Yes. So you know how this works, honey. This is yours. You introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and how has faith played a role in it all.
All right. I did write down some notes, but we know God is the true MC of this show, and it could go anywhere.
Absolutely.
But I am Karen Perkins, your #1 encouragement agent and founder of Perfectly You with Karen Perkins. I speak hope and life into busy moms, empowering them to finally speak up for themselves, live the life they deserve, and let their greatness shine through. And I do a lot of that inside the Perfectly You tribe on Facebook. And I got connected with Dee and Lida through our mutual business coach, Coach Letitia Campbell, the Campbell Success Network. So if any of you out there are needing to grow your business, contact her. She can help. And I have yet to meet either one of these ladies in person, but I love them dearly. And I listen to them all the time. My husband's like, who them girls you listening to? So, but maybe 2021, this might be the year that we actually get to meet face to face, and that will be so exciting. And I am grateful for Freedom Growers. They have pulled me up. I think it was back in June I started listening to you guys early in the morning, and actually that honestly gave me a reason to get up in the morning, for real. It's 7 o'clock, and then I didn't even set the clock. I would just wake up like 6:59, hitting the button, like, oh, I'm missing it. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate that much. And so I jotted down a few things. I kind of broke down my background into 2 parts. One, a general overview, just to tell you a little bit about myself, and then a second part to get more into my walk with Christ. So I'm the youngest of 3. I have an older brother and sister. My parents have been married for 60 years. I lived a very sheltered life. I was very naive. I remember when I started filling out applications for college and scholarships and stuff, they would ask me, what's your name? I'd say Karen Dixon. What's your mom's name? Sally. What's her last name? I'm like, duh. Is my mama, her name Dixon. Okay, what's your daddy's name, Henry? What's his last name? I'm like, why they keep asking me what my parents' last name is. We a family. I had no clue that there were people, with 3 or 4 different names in the house. I was very naive. So yeah, the Lord has looked out for me many times because I ain't know nothing. I really had no clue what I wanted to do or be when I graduated from high school. And so I got the encyclopedia out and looked up careers and looked on the chart and saw salaries and said, oh, systems analyst, $50,000. That sounds good. I like accounting. Let's do that. And so I went to school as an accounting major, and I hated it after the first year. And I think after like 2.5 years, I just quit altogether, quit school. And then I came back as an education major. And it was kind of a toss up. I did a couple of practicums. It was a toss up between elementary and secondary math. And it would have taken me longer to get that dual math and education degree. So I went with elementary. And I didn't ever make it to $50,000, but that's okay. It was good. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was already way past the 4-year plan by then. So back in the 1990s, I remember I had a little card. I didn't know anything about vision boards, but I had a little index card on my refrigerator.
Pause, Karen. She said
Yes.
back in the 1990s. That just made me feel some type of way.
Way back.
In my day.
Like 1900s, we used to say 1900s, but she's in the 1990s.
That just hurt my feelings right quick. She said back in the 1990s. That's how folks, back in my day in the 60s, and now we at that age. I'm sorry.
Well, I know I got at least 10 years on y'all, probably 15 or 20. But anyway. But I had this concept of Memphis Ministries, and it was spelled MEMPHYS, and that stood for mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And since then, I've added a S with a $ for financial to that concept. And so that was kind of always in the back of my mind. In 1996, I considered going to teach in Kenya with Wycliffe Associates. 1997, I got married. In 2006, I stopped teaching full time. Like I said, I never quite hit that $50,000 mark, but I had some good years. And so I did a little substitute teaching after that. And 2007, I had a baby at 41 years old. Yeah. So that's a little bit of overview, tidbits, trivia of my life. Any comments at this point?
No, not at all. Having a baby at 41 though, what was that like?
Shocking, because I had been married 10 years and we just thought, okay, it's not gonna happen. But like I said, I had stopped full-time teaching. We moved to a small town, Coffeyville, Kansas, and I was substitute teaching there, and I was doing a lot of walking because it one high school, one middle school, one elementary school. So I walked to work or get dropped off at work and walk home. So I probably was in the best shape that I had been in a long time. And cooking at home more because the restaurant selection was not that great. So yeah, it was just a healthy time. And it was interesting because I diagnosed, I think at 23 I was diagnosed with a hormone imbalance, and then later on diagnosed with PCOS. So
I ride that train too, honey.
Not on a regular cycle was, so it's like I went to a regular appointment, and at the end of my appointment, I said, I haven't had a cycle in 3 months. Can I take a test? Took the test, and it turned immediately. She said, oh, yeah. So I found out and heard the heartbeat all in the same day. And so I'm walking back home like, wow.
Okay. So, surprise.
So this was about September. The doctor's like, well, didn't you notice anything strange? I was like, well, yeah, I was a little tired, but I thought maybe I was just out of shape because I hadn't been walking to work during the summer, it was nothing unusual. So yeah. And then she was a preemie, so she came early. She was doing March. She came in December. So yeah, weighed 2 pounds, but all is well. She's as tall as I am now, foot as big as mine now. So she's doing great.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
I was raised in a Christian home. We were at church all the time, involved in everything, choir, ushers, mission, youth fellowship, you name it, we was in it. BTU, yes.
Baby, these youngsters don't know about BTU.
Baptist Training Union.
Okay, Baptist Training Union, 4 o'clock
Oh.
every Sunday. My grandmother stayed right across the street, so we just walked right on across the street to
Ooh.
BTU.
Ooh, yeah, you was all up in
She
there,
had a
yeah.
key to the church, so
You got me beat. My dad is a deacon, so we weren't the PKs, the preacher's kids, but the preacher's kids was grown, so we was next in line to be under scrutiny. So let's see. I got baptized when I was around 7 years old, and I still remember that day. I joined church. When I got back to my seat, I just felt like a warm hug, and I thought that was so cool. And I remember the night I got baptized, and one of the ladies said, "Oh, you feel different now, don't you?" And back in those days, you dare not talk back. So I just smiled and didn't say anything. But in my head, I was thinking, no, I don't feel different today. I felt different that day when I accepted Jesus. So, Um, and I remember one year, I don't remember if I was 8, 9, I asked for Christmas. My grandma asked me, "Do you want a doll? What do you want?" I was like, "No, I want the Children's Living Bible." And I remember in the junior department, 4th to 6th grade, they would always say, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." And they said it so fast and ran together. And I was like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. I do want the Lord to be my shepherd. So I just wouldn't say it. Again, you didn't dare talk back or anything. So I wouldn't say that. But when I got that Children's Living Bible and read, "Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need." Oh my goodness. That just opened up a whole new world. So I am very mindful of that when I'm teaching children today in children's churches. So nothing wrong with King James, but back in the day, that was it, the end all be all. But yeah, I remember getting that Bible was a real game changer for me.
yeah, just that one little thing. Because the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not
Yes,
want. It changes the entire message instead of the thee,
yes,
thus, and thou, and what have you. I like.
yes. Because the way they ran it together, it sounded to me like the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And it's like are they saying I don't want the Lord to be my shepherd? That's not right. So I just wouldn't say it. I just would just stand there and wait for them to finish. But I didn't understand. I don't know. I was a weird kid, but yeah, I always felt loved by my family, but I always felt a little bit of an odd duck. I'd be back in the back watching. It was KYFC, Kansas City Youth for Christ channel then, back before Christian movies were top quality. I'd be back there watching movies about the rapture when it was supposed to be a scary thing, but it was kind of, I don't know, kind of cool. So I don't know. I was a little strange. I wanted to go to Oral Roberts University and be an ORU singer, but of course, I never said that out loud because didn't want to get laughed off the block. Also, I played piano, but secretly thought about things like, playing the violin or guitar, something that would easily go on the mission field. But again, I never said that out loud either. And I never left the church. When I went off to college, I skipped the first Sunday, and I just felt so crazy. And the church was like a block down the street, so I had no excuses. And so after that, I went all the time, and it was funny because I swear every time I would go out, and party. On first Sunday, pastor would say, Sister Dixon, could you read the church covenant for me? You got the big church covenant on the wall. We will abstain from the sale and use of alcohol as an intoxicating beverage. And I swear, if I didn't go out that week, he wouldn't ask me. But if I went out that week, he'd ask me to lead us in the church covenant. So, yeah, so God has been on my trail all my life. So any thoughts, any questions?
No, you are taking me back because we had the church covenant on the wall. I knew it verbatim by heart. I think if you were to start it off, I can
Having
probably
been led
start
as we believe.
Girl, having been led as we believe by the Spirit of God. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Baby, she had me. Now I don't remember the covenant, but I think it was on the wall, but we never had to go and say it. And but
we ain't had to lead it, but we had to say it.
He would have me just read it before we take communion.
Yeah.
So it's just like, ugh. Like, did you see me last night? How do you know?
Right.
He seen you. You didn't see him. He seen
right. They got some folks out there because somebody saw you and went back and told Reverend.
Or that, yeah.
The good Reverend Doctor.
Oh, and he would check me on the regular because I'd be out there like, oh, look at Sister So-and-so over here. She a choir member. And he'd be like, tap, tap, tap. Hello. You a choir member too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean, Lord. She older,
So you said you had two parts. All right. So you brought us up to, the baby and stuff. So what happened next? Because I'm learning some stuff about Miss Karen that is like, oh, what?
Well, number one, it taught me be careful what you ask for, and be more specific. Because I always, I say joke like I want to be retired by the time I'm 40. Well, I left the classroom when I was 39, but broke. But I left.
Right. You retired from that part of your life.
And it never was the kids. It was just all the other stuff. When I left with one bag on my shoulder after 15, 16, I don't know how many years of teaching. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to teach anybody anything ever again. Y'all can give all my books to the kids. Give my books to the next teacher to come in here. I'm done. I'm out.
You say, I don't want none of it.
And then I went to small town USA and did substitute teaching. And I was like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be like. The kindergartners, like, it was at the end of the year and they were putting their sight words together and making sentences. They were like, we're reading. And they were so excited. And I was like, yes, this is it.
Right. You're not testing them to test them.
Right.
Because you can't teach and test at the same time. You teach them to take the test. That's, the most frustrating thing.
And I think that's what I have enjoyed most about being a substitute teacher. I don't have to do the politics. I don't have to go to the meetings. I just get to go in and teach and build relationship with the kids and do what I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
Actually teach.
So what is it that you do now, Miss Karen?
Well, seriously, before I started listening to y'all in June, I wasn't doing nothing. You all literally gave me a reason to get up out of the bed. Really.
Wow.
I did not work at all last school year. And of course, with COVID, I haven't worked this school year either, but I do have a job prospect on the horizon. Actually helping kids with virtual learning.
Love it.
I've just been subbing off and on. I was able to stay home with my daughter for 5 years by the grace of God. I mean, we went through some struggles, but I would do it all over again because it was worth it. And so when she went to school full time in kindergarten, I started subbing again.
Okay.
That's awesome. And I always said the kids aren't going to remember anything but that time they don't really feel the struggle as it relates to the money part of the parenting, but if they don't say nothing else about you that's bad, is she didn't make no time for me,
Right.
they always count the time. It's like the thing that they can't get back. We can all
Right.
get the money. We can always make a living, right? But it's like they don't know that. All that they know is, are we yielding our time to them as the parent? And so, a lot of parents would just love to have that experience that you had. So it's good to be able to share it, because that might be the faith move that somebody is looking for, but they're looking more on the what am I going to lose versus what am I going to gain. And
Right.
relationship with your child is priceless. So if you have a way to do that, and if you have some kind of support system, even if it's just faith, then you gotta do it. You gotta do it, because then baby, she gonna take that with her for the rest of her life, the whole life.
Right. Right.
It really was a blessing. And during that time, I went back and got a master's degree in early childhood education while I was at home with her, largely because she was a preemie, born early, and she was speech delayed. Not now. Not now. She caught up. But but yeah, so yeah, and parents as teachers was great. We had great people that came into the home and did things with us, and then they'd have play group a couple of times a week, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Nice.
That's
So,
good.
how has faith played a role in everything that you've been through?
Wow. I mean, I can just see his hand. Like I said, I was very naive, and he scooped me up out of a lot of situations. And I mean, just like I said, being able to be home for 5 years. And I mean, we had some struggles, but we had some people that came alongside and helped, and it was just wonderful. I mean, in fact, when she was born, oh my gosh, stuff just poured in. We didn't have to buy anything for like
Nice.
maybe almost the first year,
Ooh.
except for maybe some diapers. So, I mean, he's been faithful. I mean, there's been some times we've been down to our last, and somebody came, knocked on the door and said, here's a bag of groceries. I mean, or here's some gas money. When we were moving from that small town back up to Kansas City, people came and helped pack us up, and came and shook her hand and put money in our hand. And it was just, I mean, he's been faithful. Oh, so faithful. Like the song says, though in my heart I have questioned, even failed to believe, yet he's been faithful. Faithful to me. And yeah.
Wow. Have you ever wanted to throw in the towel?
Oh yeah, many times. Like I said, before June, last school year, I wasn't trying to work nowhere. I needed to be working, but I had given up. I was like, it ain't worth it. Why try?
Yeah. So what was happening going through your mind prior to June? And what was it about? I know you say it was, the messages or the what we were bringing, but what really was it?
I guess I don't know, maybe just not being where I wanted to be, or where I thought I should be at this point in life, But I mean, at the same token, I wasn't really doing anything to improve my situation either. You don't have any money, get a job. Or do something, sell something, And I guess, probably a little bit of depression, because I've been through depression before, a couple times. So that probably was a little bit of it too.
Yeah.
Takes a little while to come out of it.
Can I share this part, Lida? Because as it relates to that depression, Lida, I can't remember when it happened, but she was like, D, Karen has been on my heart heavy. And I think we mentioned this to you, Karen. She was like, she's just been on my heart real, real heavy. And that's when we started going live. And you would just give us our flowers all the time. And we were like, oh my gosh. And you would just, you don't mind saying how you feel and what someone has helped you through or helped you to do. You're like, you freely give it. You freely give it. If what you're doing is benefiting me, I'm going to tell you. And I noticed that all the time with you. You don't hold back no encouragement.
Cause y'all be calling me out.
Well, is that when we be stepping on toes? Is that when the toes be getting crumpled?
No, but seriously, you all talk about planting seeds and growing fruit for the mind, the body, and the pocketbook. I had to get the mind right first before I could do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very important. And that money challenge, it that helped a lot. I was like, I got my money plan now. I'm ready for this paycheck. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I got a plan.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. And it's like, I don't know. I said, if it's just one, and I guess you were the one, like that mission statement was just like, I don't know. It just, before we got started, it's like you was already, before we got back started, we had started and then we had the stop. So it was like, we came back from the stop, you had always been there from the very beginning. And it's just like, we missed something, or it was like, I don't know if it's like, did we miss the mission? Did we miss our calling? Did we miss, what God called?
Did our window close?
Right. But it just, I guess the Holy Spirit, every time we wrote down somebody's name, your name was always on the list. As it relates to, going into business with us or whatever, joining the team, whatever. And like you said, you did the challenge with it. I'm telling, your name has always been like the forefront. It's like, she's been our mission. She's been our mission for the mission, right? And so it's so astounding how things have just played out, and just, we're here now. And it's like, I wasn't even expecting you to say, y'all pick me up. I wasn't expecting that at all tonight. And I remember that day we were on the live and you was like, baby, I almost missed y'all in the comments. I said,
yeah. Because she messaged us too. She said, y'all are like my alarm clock. She don't even use our alarm clock. She said, I wake up automatically to get on.
Yes.
And we said, if nobody is on this live,
get on.
We know Karen is coming.
Karen watching or the replay. Karen in the room somewhere. We got to show up.
Right. And that was
and that not nobody's showing up, nobody's coming, nobody's commenting, but somebody's always listening, somebody's always watching. And even the people that we don't see on tonight's live, it's not about who we don't see. It's about who is listening, who God has this message for, who needs to hear this. And Karen, for you to be so sheltered and just so, I'm not gonna say nothing all your life, child. I don't even know how you on this live now, because that's a hard thing to transition from in your mind, taking that kind of mind, childhood to adulthood. And I know sometimes it still creeps in, still tries to make its way or have its calling on your life, but you're here and you're telling your story, and it's somebody else out there that wants to say something and they're scared or they're naive or they don't believe in the power of their beliefs. And sometimes it's not, it's just believe what you want to believe and don't worry about what somebody disagrees with you about, or if it don't sound right, or if it don't feel right. You know, you're empowering someone just by that little thing. I didn't say nothing. I used to didn't say nothing. But now, girl, you be saying, girl, I got to say it. I got to say it and I got to say it. And she ain't like a rough sayer. She's gonna say it with grace and poise, and you're gonna get the
Every
point.
time.
You're gonna
Yes.
yes.
Even if she might talk for 2 minutes, but there is
Uh-huh.
so much power
Yes.
in those
Uh-huh.
2 minutes. It's like when she you talked about the mask, and it's like, okay, Karen. I was like, we wearing these. I don't even have a mask in this room, but we got these little masks that we putting on. But what other masks we've been wearing our whole
Wow.
life, you know? And she didn't just say emotional mask, spirit, even spiritual mask. You have all these masks on. So I think I put it. Hold on, perfectly you, and I think I put it
Hmm.
right, Karen. Did I spell
Yes.
everything right? Oh,
Perfectly.
something
There's an
missing.
L missing.
Yeah, there's an L
Perfectly.
missing. Hold the phone.
But yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, be free to be who you are, who God made you to be, because it's all about him anyway. It's not about you. And that's what took me so long to really get. It's not about me and my limitations and what I can't do. It's about the God in me and the things he's placed in me and in all of us. And once he brings you through, we got to be like Harry Tubman and go back and get somebody else
Have to
and
go
bring
back.
them out.
Okay.
Yes.
Even if
Yes.
we gotta have toting our
Woo.
guns,
Uh-huh.
like doggone it, you gonna come.
And sometimes it does take tough love. Sometimes it
Yeah,
does.
No.
absolutely.
And,
Heal.
and y'all kind of have done that too. It's like, come on, we pulling you. Come on with us. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
We might have to
So
drag you for a little bit, but you gonna come on. You gonna
right,
catch it. Come on.
exactly. It's like training wheels. I'm gonna hold on to the bike for a little while, but then I'm gonna let go, and you ain't gonna realize that I've let
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Before you know it, you've already gone on, and then wait, and then that's when you start wobbling.
right. You lose that
It's like wait,
focus.
wait, wait.
Where my safety net? I can't
Yes,
do this.
exactly. So what's next for you, Miss Karen?
Well, I don't have any dates or anything yet, but he has downloaded a lot of things to me. I mean, he's already given me the name for my blog and my podcast and a couple of books and
Oh, she said a couple books, honey.
um,
A couple books.
looking and doing some online preschool because that's one of my passions to make sure all children, but especially our brown children, are ready for school when they start kindergarten.
Yes.
Because if you start off behind, it's just
It's so
a
hard to
rough
catch up.
race.
It can
Hmm.
happen, but it will take a lot to get you going because
So
then
I'm
you got
looking
to
at like
fight with the
kindergarten boot camp.
defeatedness. Oh, I like that, Miss Karen. Oh, that is all right with me. Now you know how this roll, right? You know how this roll. So, is there anything else
I
you
gotta
would
come
like
back
to
in a couple of
share?
months, and I have to
But
actually have
yeah,
done
that's
something.
number one. That's number one. So, when we have our where are they now um season. So keep that in mind. But um we have our lightning round.
Uh-oh.
And Karen is actually the one that gave the right name for it. If she doesn't remember that, I will her.
Right, because I always give it
Yes.
some other name. I be like, I don't know
She
what it's
didn't know
called.
what to
I've called it every
that
name.
right there.
Fast something. What's the actual name for it? Or is it lightning round? I don't know. That's what I call it.
Lightning round.
Lightning round, rapid fire.
Rapid fire. That's the one.
Yeah,
Rapid
yeah,
fire.
rapid fire.
What it's your show, boo? Whatever you want to
I know
call it.
we call it whatever. You know what I'm saying? They know how we roll over here. All right. So, what is your proudest moment or proudest accomplishment? Sorry.
being here on this show today. This is like my debut.
Oh, come on now.
Television is coming.
Won't he do it? Won't he will? Won't he will? Oh, that's good, Miss Karen. What is the best gift you have been given?
The best gift. Can I pick two?
Absolutely.
Let's say Faith and my daughter, really. She's
All
been a
right.
blessing from day one.
Look, this is
Awesome.
I mean, she used to help me out as a newborn. Listen, if I wasn't holding the ball right, she'd be like, "Come on, mama, get it up there."
You do it like this. Because they don't come with instructions, right?
No,
It's a on the job training.
especially a preemie, 2 pounds with all
Yes.
hooked up to all kind of wires, and they like, "Here, you want to hold her?" And I'm like,
No.
"But I don't unplug nothing."
My mom said, "How old is she?"
She's 13 now. Oh gosh, a true teenager.
Ooh.
Pray for us.
Hey, I got the male version in the house, so
Um,
they are missed. What is your favorite family holiday tradition?
mm, just getting together and having some good food and some good fellowship, because we
Food and
don't do a lot of
fellowship.
spending for Christmas, but oh
Yeah.
yeah, Thanksgiving and Christmas we hook it up.
Don't get no better than food and fellowship. Anytime that can happen, hey, it's a good time.
And drama free. That's a blessing. Ain't nobody
Absolutely.
getting drunk and pulling out weapons and none of that stuff.
Hmm.
It's just a good time.
Indeed. Um, your favorite family vacation?
Ooh. Couple summers ago, we went and stayed in a nice resort in Orlando. It was so
Ooh,
nice. So much better than Super 8. It was just so nice.
honey, and them two count sheets.
It took us all the way back. We all back in the 1990s.
Okay, Motel 6 was it wasn't too bad back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-uh.
They left the
I
light
mean,
on
it
for
ain't
you.
bad. It ain't bad. But when you like have a suite, the washer and dryer right there, and the kitchen, and it was so nice,
Oh,
and a
that's a
nice
good
balcony
question, Mama.
overlooking the ocean.
Hmm.
Yes.
That was
So
nice.
my Mama said, no, do you like small town living or city?
Hmm. They both have their advantages, but I guess I've been in the city most of my life. But I
Hmm.
did like that little small town community feel, and wasn't no music down there though.
I'm from Wichita, so I think that's why I like all kind of music, because the station that they got here, play a lot of brown music, but our station, they barely played the brown and played all the other music. So I think that's why I'm such a connoisseur for genres of music.
Right, because you
Because yeah,
heard it all.
they tried to graduate to a lot of brown station, but it really was more caramel, if you will.
Oh,
All right, last one. Who would you want to play you in a movie of your life?
wow. Hmm. A movie about my life. Angela Bassett can do it all.
Yes, you can. And she does favor you, or you favor her.
She surely can,
Well,
honey.
when I had my braids, the kids told me I looked like Whoopi Goldberg. I said, I'll take that.
Oh,
Hey, there's the meme going around. They say that Whoopi was ugly, but that's what they wanted you to believe, but she really wasn't. Whoopi is fire.
And her name is Karen too.
It sure is, Karen.
she done
Um,
play or to the T. To the T.
Right. Mama said, I would love to live in the country. Just give me utilities and much light outside. Oh, this has been a pleasure, Miss Karen, from just watching to being a guest on the show is amazing. And we thank you for all of your support because you have given so much support and so much feedback and just love and just the Atta girls and the keep doing what you're doing. You know, it meant a lot when we were feeling, and I know both me and Alita, it's like, are we reaching? And yes, we are reaching the ones that need to be reached, that wants to be reached, that are open to hear what we have to say.
And there's some other folks lurking in the shadows too. Just give them some time. They'll come out.
Trust and believe because, you know, yeah, we know.
So I'm real good at lurking. I mean, I lurked on Letitia's page for a long time. She was like, come on out the corner.
Yes, she will call you out. She's like, come on in the room. Thank you, Mama. That's another one. She is a faithful supporter, and we are grateful for that. Yes. And I don't, you know, for some, they may think that it's because she's my mom. I don't think so. She is on, because there's sometimes she don't listen to me.
Darling, but she might get on here and listen to D.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep, she said it's nice to know your story. Now you're gonna have me go looking up having been led as we believe. That's just in my spirit. I gotta go look. I gotta go find that covenant because
on the wall.
I'm gonna ask my homegirl. I'm like, Lou, you remember? I'm just gonna say haven't been led, and she gonna be like, girl, don't come in here with that foolishness because she was at the church as much as I was. Oh yes, Mom said she loved the content. And Dwayne says Karen is a prayer warrior. Yes, she absolutely. She said, "I'm gonna pray for you." We're
Girl.
grateful. We're full. I hope you guys have enjoyed Faith Friday. I hope you have enjoyed Faith Friday. Next week is a mystery. Mystery. The week after that is a secret. Yes, red circle.
Cliffhangers.
Yes. Next week is a mystery.
Yes. Red circle
Friday
and sunshine band.
Did y'all have that too?
Yes.
Girl,
I had it.
But I didn't go through most of the steps
because a sunbeam, a sun, and we used to rock just like this. A sun. Jesus, me for a sunbeam, and I'll be a sunbeam for you.
Yeah, my best friends, they did the steps for Red Circle Girls, but I was in the junior memory work and the intermediate sword drill, so I didn't do as many things with the mission. But I was there at every meeting, every district meeting, every state encampment. I was there.
You had to know. We had to say a verse every week. Sometimes it
abide in me, John 15:4. That's the watchword.
Jesus wept. That was used so many times.
Just be mad with Jesus wept for that.
He took mine.
We already that.
Okay. Well, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure to have you on, Miss Karen. Thank you for saying yes and not saying, you know what? No. But we asked at the right time. You know, there's timing into asking. There's timing into asking. And this is just what they call it, to catapult you
Mm-hmm.
to what God has for you next.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
believe
we will
that.
be right here cheering you on, waiting to see
Yes.
how your faith leads you.
Yes.
She said, y'all show Liz Baptist.
She knows. Yep. Lord,
And
watch
is,
between me and thee.
may the Lord watch between me and thee
Hey,
while we are
on
absent
the right.
one from
You,
another.
Lord. Go.
You pray for me, and I'll pray for you until
That
we
is
meet
Ooh.
again.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Karen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching another episode of Faith It Friday. We love our Fridays. We love our Fridays. Freedom Growers
Go
will be back
Chiefs.
in March with our regularly scheduled program. But her and her Chiefs, yes, I am pulling for the Chiefs. I am pulling for the Chiefs. Absolutely. I am pulling for the Chiefs. But we'll be back on our regularly scheduled program, but we will always have a Faith It Friday for you. We will always
Absolutely.
have a Faith It Friday for you. But we're in quarantine. I guess
Mm-hmm.
we can say that we're in quarantine right now, and we're going into the deep.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah, Mama says she always look forward to Friday. Yes, yes,
uh,
yes,
thank you, Mama. Hey.
yes.
All
All
right.
right. So lest I hold you too long, thank y'all so much, and we will see you again next Friday. Thanks
Yay.
again. Hey, Shoshana.
Hey, Shoshana.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Thank y'all.
Bye.